Alright guys, hope you're all well. It's Mark the Pitts Morale. Please do me a favour, yeah? Right, it'll take you 2 minutes to do. It's a new channel, I'm trying to grow it, yeah? Please go straight over to my YouTube channel and press subscribe and follow me on YouTube and TikTok. Like it and subscribe. Let people know, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. Right, so let's get straight into this. Let's get straight into it. I can't obviously see, so I fall down, don't laugh. Yeah. So yeah, over there I got a phone call, about a 25-minute phone call off Si. You know Si, who does SITalk. Yeah. Really, listen, he sounded like a nice guy. Me and him got off on a bad start. Yeah. Not a big one, just a little one, yeah. But listen, he phoned up. He told me that he got wrong end at stick. Well, his words were the wires crossed. Yeah. He apologised. And all good, and he even phoned me up back a few days later to give me information that Wednesday could sign some new players before the Star reported it. But I missed the call, unfortunately. But he told me later on, but it was too late. The Star had already broke it. So thanks, Si, with an I. Yeah, I'm SITalk. I really appreciate you. Yeah, and thank you for reaching out, mate. I really appreciated you. He said that we'll do a podcast together. Whether we do or not, I don't know. Yeah, but listen. The guy seems like a nice guy, so yeah. So fly over to his channel at SITalk. So yeah, let's get straight into this now. Yeah. So if you follow me on X, so it's Mark Morehouse 2 or Mark the Pitts Morale. Yeah. You'll go on to that and you'll see my X. Yeah. Right. So on my X, the last few. Probably a week or so, yeah. I've been tagging. I'm gonna confess. You might be laughing at me, yeah. Every billionaire, not every, but a lot of billionaires in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East, yeah, and also in the United States of America. The obvious candidates, yeah. I put them in, yeah. And I've also said, spread the word. You know the reason why that is, yeah? We've all got us love for Wednesday, yeah. But I love this club with all bottom of my heart, yeah. I mean, I used to have a bad obsession with them when I was younger. Really, really proper. If he didn't go, I used to feel like I let him down. But maybe 4 years ago, started to lose the enthusiasm because how it will run. But yeah, my enthusiasm's back. And yeah, I've been trying to get eyes on this football club because you know something, guys. I really believe, and I'm not just saying this, if one fan base deserves any luck with good owners, it's Sheffield Wednesday. It really is. Yeah, but you know when Simon Jordan talks, and I'm not just saying this because he likes Wednesday and he says Wednesday is bigger than United. We all know that anyway, don't we? Yeah? Alright, but like when he talks, I listen, yeah? And I just thought it was so interesting what he said when he basically said, I know people who scream out for next Saudi Arabian, next American owners, yeah, but you know, after doing these messages, listen, I don't regret doing them. I only did one about half an hour ago, yeah, but you know, thinking about it, yeah, if I had my choice, people are going to say, yeah, run it like Man City, but you know something, they won lottery, yeah. Chelsea did with Abramovich, yeah, right. He was the one what started it, sorry, Abramovich, not the one, the second one. Jack Walker at Blackburn started it, didn't he? Crazy money, inflation in football, yeah. But do you know something? This might surprise a few people. Wouldn't it be magnificent? Do you know if we had? I know this sounds daft. Kris Wigfield as owner. I know it's not going to happen yet. But if a new people ran Wednesday, how he's getting run now, I'd be more going to be happy as Larry, man. They're putting certain games down where they know that attendances aren't going to be fucking spectacular. They know the situation that we're in. Over 25 years of hell, nightmare running for the last 9 years, yeah, right, maybe 9.5 years, squad ripped to pieces. So what he's done is he's put the Norwich ticket prices down, which would be a brilliant move. And let's be honest, if we'd have had more than 1,000 fans for Norwich and for Oxford game, and if the Oxford game, we wouldn't have gone to administration that weekend, there'd have been over 30,000 for both. So we have over 27, another 28,000 when about 1,000 away fans. Brilliant. But that's what you've got to do. Yeah, we have got to make it affordable for fans. fucking children are our future. When we're gone, they've got to carry this on, so you've got to make it affordable. And I just like what this Kris Wigfield's done for this administrator. I like everything what he's done. I know they've been easy wins, but you know something, yeah? I thought I'm screaming out for all these fucking American owners and Saudi Arabian owners, yeah? Why am I doing that? Let's be honest, for money. We're all dreaming about becoming a Man City. Of course we are. And my uncle laughed at me, like I said, over a week, but he says, you know something, Mo, you never know, and you don't ever know. Almost followed then. You don't ever know, do you know what I mean? But then, when I listened to what Simon said, I thought about it, I thought, would I be happy if we just had somebody run it like Kris Wigfield did? Even if someone's from Sheffield, yeah, run it bang same as what he's done, bring the old owl back, yeah, understand that we're fucking in a bad way, yeah, we're going to League One, the deals next season, yeah, ground would be nearly full every week, even in League One, if you do deals, do you know what I mean? And I thought, and imagine if we had him doing these things, and but just with some cash, it'd be brilliant. So I'm just begging, Kris Wigfield said to me at the fans forum, he says, I've got to go with the highest bidder. And I pulled him on his own with Stuart, yeah. He said, I've got to go with the highest bidder, yeah. He says, but if the second bidder, right, is, I think, has got the best plan, the best people, got the best vision, he says, I've got to go with the biggest bid. He says, however, I can go back to the second bidder or even the third and say, listen, yeah, if he prefers him in his head, yeah, maybe he's not supposed to do this, but he said that he'd do it. And I hope he sees this video, probably won't, but I hope he does it. And I hope people will remind him, yeah, just let him know that he said that he will go back to him who he thought was the preferred bidder and say, listen, your bid's not the biggest bid. Would you want to make an improved offer? Obvious that person who always got in his head as the best one makes the best bid. He's not going to do that, is he? But I thought that was really important that he said that. I thought that was great. Do you know what I mean? So like, if the person who he thinks is the best person doesn't make the biggest bid, he's willing to go back and let him know that he's not the biggest bid. Does he want to improve it? And I think if he carries on with that mindset, that's brilliant. Obviously, they're going to give it to the biggest bidder. But just to do that, I thought were absolutely magnificent. I like anything what he's done. But it's exciting, isn't it, guys, isn't it? But at the same time, it's a little bit worrying, you know, because what we've had in the past. I just don't want somebody to come in, yeah. This is what I don't want. I don't want someone to come in with loads of money, buy a club, yeah, and then fucking spend loads of money in the first 2 years, said he'd get us up, yeah. I mean, there's no guarantee in football, is there? There's no guarantee. But let's say we come straight back in a year, or let's say it takes us 2, and then we're in Championship. I don't want him to do a chance here and spend all his money in the first fucking 2 years. If it doesn't happen, then he gets bored. Don't forget, all us lot are all emotionally invested in Sheffield Wednesday, yeah. These guys aren't hoping that they're going to fall in love with us and the club like we have, yeah. But don't spend all your money straight away and then get bored if it's not worked. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean? I mean, like, Sheffield United changing tack, yeah, when they got Wilder and that chairman, yeah? He didn't spend nothing, did he? Wilder did it. Now they've got a chairman what's bought it, what were it, 119 million, yeah? But trying again with Wilder, yeah? But he just had the look at this, so I'd rather have a lucky owner, is the point I'm trying to say. And that's what United had, didn't they? With the Prince, yeah, he was lucky because he had the little bit of luck. And I'm hoping that we get a lucky owner. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope that we get somebody what's got that little bit of luck, because you always need that little bit of luck, don't you? Yeah. I'm hoping that he does that. I'm hoping that he comes in and he makes it makes it affordable. Mate, just give me an heart attack. Nice one. You're all right. Good. You're good, yeah. So yeah. So he's got to make it affordable. I can't bang that drum down enough. We don't want to be going into League One, yeah, with crazy expensive prices, right, and fucking basically pricing fans out again, or we're getting Championship and they go sky high. Can't be doing that. Just follow what Kris Wigfield's done, this administrator, yeah. Realise where we've been for the last 25 years, yeah. Realise where we are, what we're trying to do, right, yeah. For the decent games, yeah, right, yeah. I'm not saying have it cheap, but recognise the deals. Do you know what I mean? Do deals like if for a Norwich game. I'd rather have a full Hillsborough. Chance either didn't, he was all about that. I'd rather have numbers in, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's a little bit worrying, isn't it? It's a little bit worrying. You've got to be football people as well, for me. If the guy hasn't got a clue, you've got to put football people in there. But listen, I know I'm repeating myself here, but I'm sure that Kris Wigfield will do his best. I know he's got to go at biggest bidder, but I'm not going to repeat what I've just said again. But when the guy's willing to do that, I hope people remind him on that, and I hope that he does it. And if someone's not the preferred bidder, I hope he goes back and lets that people know that they're not, to try and make him improve it if they're the right ones. But obviously you've got to go with money. So yeah, other little things what I've heard, but you don't know if it's true, do you? I've heard that I know that we don't own a training ground, yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you, and we're going to have to go to League One. If you're wanting to buy Wednesday, and let's be honest, yeah, I think you're getting Wednesday at a snip, me. I do. If you would have sold this club at the end of last season, you could have got 65 million for it. To right people, 70 million. And the club's worth what someone's going to pay for it. So West Brom went for 60, would it 60 million? Would it 65? For 81%? Yeah? So I think they're getting Wednesday at a snippet here. I think it'll go me for 30, between 30 million and maybe 32, maybe 33. If you get a bidding war, even maybe 35. I think, I might have heard this wrong, but I think a League One club public ceiling for it's about 37. But if you'll get a few people bidding against each other, yeah, you never know. And then, like, then what needs doing? Leppings Lane End needs doing, yeah. Other little bits and bats need doing, yeah. Yeah, there is money there, but I don't think it's huge. I don't think it's huge. Not when you think that players are getting sold for 70, 80 million now. I don't think it's huge at all. Do you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I don't think it's huge. And I know I keep banging this fucking drum, but at the end of the day, it is England's 4th largest city. I have seen this club where there's been nearly 50,000 inside Hillsborough. Do you know what I mean? And if you were to do everything right, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I know I'm dreaming a little bit here, but you know that vision, the drawings we saw for World Cup 2000 and... what were it? 2006, if we'd have got it. That's the best I've ever seen Hillsborough. You know, their best plans I've ever seen. Roof, pillars off, yeah, cop. No away end, it were 3-tier, weren't it, yeah? And corners filled in. And if Wednesday are pushing high in Premier League, yeah, they could get 45,000 all day. If they can get 30,000 when you just had 12 points took off us, 12 points, last 25 years of hell. And let's be honest, if there had been more away fans, there'd have been 30,000 there, or near enough yet, last 2 games. So if you're going to get 30,000 in that dire situation, what you're going to get when you've got good players, yeah, and when you've got good movement, expectation, Premier League, and not doing decent in Prem, yeah, I think the potential, I think it could fill a 45,000 seater stadium. Do you know what I mean? I do. I mean, fucking hell, like Man City's done theirs in gradual things. I think it went to 40s, then to 50s. Now they've been winning Champions Leagues and they've been winning leagues. Now it's going to 60s. Done it in stages, but they're punching, aren't they? They're like one of the best teams in Europe. But yeah, I think this club's got massive potential. But yeah, so as much as exciting it is, it's also worrying, because we all know that once that owner gets the club, yeah, he's on his own then, innit? Well, not on his own, but it's up to him, isn't it? But I just want to re-bang this drum. Kris Wigfield, you have been absolutely brilliant, and I think he has run it perfectly, yeah. And if he were the owner, bring the old owl back, yeah, with a few quid. For me, he'd be my perfect owner. And if any new owner come in, copy what he's done, with a few quid, happy days. Some people might think, oh, like, I believe that if you do the ground up, it don't come out of FFP, financial fair play. I've heard that, you know. So yeah, it's very interesting indeed. But yeah, I'm going to get off now anyway, because I don't want to carry on rambling on and boring you all. So yeah, thanks for listening. Please subscribe. Spread the word. More at the pitch, more out at YouTube and at TikTok. Thanks for coming, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.